Hey, poker people, thank you so much for tuning in to another day of hand reading, day 60 of 66 in a row. Yesterday, we had taken a look at this hand right here, where I called all three streets. Really ugly hand, wasn't too fond of it at all. So let's take a look. Well, that was on the button. Let's go to EP. Let's take a look at an EP hand here. You can see we have it sorted by turn action. Hand reading the hero, raise, bet, and then bet call. So we get it all in on the turn. Let's find... Oh, hold on a second. Not a lot of action here in EP. Okay, raise, bet, bet, and then check the river. This is cool. Raise, call, bet, and then check. Let's do this one right here. We have aggression, passivity, aggression, and then passivity again on an ace-high board. Let's check this one out. So, once again, of course, with anything, we are doing... when we're hand reading, we have our tools we got to have out available. Our range PDF or range recording, range recording PDF from splitsuit.com/templates, as well as Flopzilla, of course. So we're hand reading myself. We're in the EP and then we open. We're actually under the gun because there are a full 6 players here. Let's see what happens. Oh, well, no matter what, we're going to have position in the hand, which is lovely. One call, and just one caller. Big Escalade 13. Look at this. Okay, 374 hands, 39-1. He is the kind of player we want to see every single, or as many hands as possible with, or we should, I mean to say, I'm trying to see as many flops as possible with this guy right here, because he is super loose passive. I don't want to be bluffing so much post-flop. Now, look at that. He folds a C-bets only 23% of the time. Very rarely folds, so no bluffing. I'm going to be going for max value versus this guy. And I'm probably going to be a little bit leery of aggression by him on any given street. So first off, what is my open raising range from under the gun? It's roughly 10%. Let's build this up a little bit. I do like raising the 8-7 or better. I'll often raise the King 10, the King Jack, the Ace 10, occasionally the King 10 and the Queen 10, and occasionally these aces right here. Most of the time, even Ace 10 offsuit, and then King Jack, Queen Jack, all this other offsuit stuff, I'm normally not raising under the gun. Now, let's see if there's any reason to raise it under the gun. This guy folds 100% of the time to steals. Okay. And I do want to see pots with him, but he's not in the big blind. It's very likely if he calls, he's going to call as well. So I don't think there's a super big reason to raise 100% just to try to get in the hands with these guys. I should be sticking with more decent ranges, especially given that we have a very loose aggressive player right here. This guy can call us very easily and have position, and we don't know anything about this guy, so I'm not going to be raising too wide under the gun. And this looks like a pretty good range to me, 15%. And 194 combos. I like it. And then, let's see, super loose passive SB calls. Two-way on the flop or heads up. No, let's give him a really wide calling range here. So, oh, wrong button. Let's see how often he calls. Calling the 2-bet out of the small blind 26% of the time. So let's give him a little bit wider. Let's look at a 30% calling range. You can see how big that is. Let's give him something that that we can find a little bit of danger in. Let's give him some suited aces here. Let's give him ace 5 suited. We'll do that. So we're up against an ace 5 suited right here. Currently, our range has 57% equity because plenty of our aces beat his ace 5, and all of our pairs currently beat it as well. Sure, he's ahead of our random kings suited hands and then the offsuit king queen. But other than that, we have a pretty good opportunity to win some money here in position versus a fish with a decently strong range. Ace deuce jack, club, spade diamond. So on this board, you can see we have plenty of aces. Sure, he has an ace 2 in this one hand we assigned him. So he just now hit top pair, if this is his hand, if he has an ace. But we do have initiative. We are in position, ace high board. Rather hard to hit board. Rainbow flop. The only kind of draws anybody could have are gut shots like queen 10, king 10, queen king queen is a gut shot as well for just a 10. 4 5 3 5 3 4 are all gut shots as well. So there's no great draws to have on this kind of board. So it's a board that we should be c betting, even though he doesn't like to fold often. If he doesn't have an ace, what if he has something like let's just take a look. What if he has like a king and a 7 in this instance? Well, a king and a 7 doesn't have any kind of a draw, especially if it's offsuit. Hardly any backdoor draws at all. There's no point in him to continue with the king 7 if he flopped absolutely nothing here. So I think we should be c-betting quite often. Oh, and then what do we do? And he makes almost a full pot size bet, a donk lead at $1.50. And I just call. Okay, so I am making the call, and I am not choosing to re-raise right now. I do have position, so I could be stringing him along with a super good hand, because after my call, $5 in the pot, he only has $11 behind. There's like right around 2.5x, stack to pot ratio. So it's really easy for him to get it all in if he has a great hand, and it's really easy for me to charge him his entire stack if I have a great hand right here. So I think I could be calling, I'm not just calling random crap. I'm not going to be calling, like, let's take a look at my range here. I have 8-7 suited. If it's like 8-7 of hearts, there's no way I'm just calling on this board. I have to have some kind of equity to make this almost a pot size bet call. I have sets. I have 2 pairs. I have top pair. Yep, all those aces can be calling right here. At least one street. I mean, I have position. I can control the pot or get out pretty easily. Pocket pairs below, kings and queens. Yes, I think those would call at least one street. And if he shows 2 streets of aggression, I'm probably folding on the ace-high flop. Mid pairs, I don't like. Weak pair, no. No made hand, no. Open ender, don't even have any gut shots. Interesting. 2 card backdoors. I'm not a fan of just calling with the gut shot, but a gut shot plus a 2 card backdoor I could possibly do right here. So let's go ahead and remove. Well, I already got top pair up here, so I don't need to remove it. Those are going to stay in no matter what. I need to remove king 10. I like all those. Got to remove all of these. Actually, no, hold on a second. 53% of the time. Am I really calling 53% here? That feels like it's just way too often to call. So what gut shots am I calling with? I really don't like, just the king queen, really. I don't even like that for calling, but I might do it on one street. Actually, no. Let's not leave. Let's not count any gut shots. Let's take a look at these individually now. 2 card backdoor flush hands. No, no. 10-9, no. Jack 10, pair plus a backdoor, possibly. Queen 10. Gutter plus a backdoor, yes. Queen Jack, pair plus a backdoor, yes. King 10, gut shot plus, whoops, yeah, so I do want to include that. King Jack, pair plus a backdoor. King Queen, gut shot plus a backdoor, yeah, let's keep that. And all these aces are top pairs. Okay, so I removed just the weakest of the backdoor. I removed all of the draws that do not have a gut shot plus the backdoor draw. Okay, that makes sense. So 46% of the time, 65 combos right here. So as you can see, if this is our range versus an versus a top pair hand with a backdoor flush draw, we currently have 53% equity, which is great. We kept all the toppest parts of our range in because if he had a full stack and if I did flop a set, I am raising here. Guaranteed versus the loose passive player. I'm expecting him to call if we have a bigger stack. But like I said, $5 pot, $11.50 behind. It's really easy to get his full stack if I flop the nuts, and I'm not scared of too many turn cards right here. So I can slow play with all the best hands and some of the draws down here too. Cool. So the 9 of clubs comes on the 9 of clubs. What does it do to equities here? We currently have 57%. Lovely, because that ended up 7 sets, 7-2 pair, Top pair 24. 7, 7, 24. I guess it just added to our equity because it didn't help him at all. It didn't complete any of our draws. We removed a 9 earlier, so it's not like we just now paired up or got a set on the 9. I think because that card just basically didn't help his range at all. It wasn't a diamond. If it was a diamond, he would go from 47% equity to 56, so a big jump. But because it didn't help him one single bit, didn't necessarily help us either, other than because it didn't help him, our range is strengthened, I guess is the only reason why our range, our equity went up in this hand right here, or on this card. So now look at that. He's either slow playing to make a big check raise shove or something, or just a check call with like a random ace with a crap kicker. Maybe he has like ace 7 or even ace 5 like we gave him here. It's possible. Now I bet 237. This tells me that I like my hand. I do not like, if this is a bluff, I don't see any bluffs really other than like a king jack or queen jack of clubs, like having a second pair with the nut flush or second nut flush draw. I really don't like that as a bluff. I truly don't right now. Because look how passive the guy is. He's totally calling right now. He bet full pot on the flop. That means he likes his hand, but he doesn't like it enough to barrel. And he does just call. So I think I have a killer hand. I have sets, I have 2 pairs, and I have good top pairs in my range. I'll take a look at those. I don't have any of those. Let's go ahead. Like I said earlier, I could see myself with the queen jack and the king jack pair plus a gut shot. I don't think, am I going to be betting with flush draw? But they do have gut shots as well. I might be doing that. I might. Queen 10. It's open-ended plus the flush draw. Jack 10, pair plus... It's only pair plus draw. Let's take that one out. Let's say all of these hands, which are the combo draws. I mean, things are looking really good for our equity right now. So I'm going to say that's what we have. Even the open-ender, I'm not just going to say the queen 10 by itself. We have that queen 10 right there of clubs making that raise. Yeah, so I'm going to give myself I'm going to narrow it big time, just down to some of the strongest hands plus some good flush draws. 66%, 43 combos. And we'll take a look now. Now that we've gone down from 194 to 43 combos, we've removed about 3/4 of our range, a little over 3/4 actually. We're looking at 81% equity versus this top pair hand. So things are looking really good. I kept only the strongest hands in all of these strong hands, other than, let's see, he has ace 5. So he currently beats ace 3 and ace 4, but if a king, a queen, a 10, an 8, 7, a 6 comes, we chop the pot. So really, he's only, if he does have ace 5, he's only beating 2 of my paired hands right now. So things are looking good. That's why we're up to 81% equity. Let's see what happens. The 3 of spades comes. He checks. We check behind. Okay, so what are we checking behind on the 3 of spades right here? I am not checking behind my sets. No way. Checking behind 2 pair? I don't like checking behind the ace jack. I don't even like checking behind the ace deuce and ace 3. I'm not checking behind any of those. Now, no made hands. These are those that I was really good draws, combo draws that just didn't hit anything. I could be checking behind there. I could be checking behind my mid pairs, just hoping they'll hold up. And those top pairs, I could be checking behind the top pair because it is just a top pair. If he hit a really lucky 3 on the river with ace 3 or ace deuce, I even have ace 4 and ace 5 in my range. He could have ace 8, ace 7, ace 10, ace 6 that currently beats all those random hands. So I think that's what I'm checking with, the weaker top pair hands right here. I might even be checking behind the ace king and ace queen. Although I don't like it. I might be checking behind. No, I'm going to remove the best. I'm going to move the best top pairs. I really think I would be betting these. Now, this one undercard kicker, I might, under the jack, I might be checking behind this. I might be. Even though he's probably calling me with all these random, with all these other ace hands that I beat, I might be just checking behind there. So I'll give myself that one. So look at that. I am checking behind 26% of the prior streets range, only 11 combos at this point. Now, if this is our range, I currently have equity of the range is just 27% equity. So I could just turn it into a bluff if I think he's folding. But like I said earlier, he doesn't like to fold. If he has an ace, he's calling no matter what. I'm not going to turn a jack or a 9 or a king queen that didn't hit anything into a bluff right here. I just don't like that. So now that we've narrowed it, gotten rid of the top hands, we only have 27% equity. I'm down with checking behind here. Ace 7, ace queen. We took it out at the end. Dang it. I really think I should have bet that for value. I should have. Yeah. So when I removed it right here, I think right now, removing it is good. I should have bet for value on the river. And so I think my check behind is bad with the ace queen. So like I said, he did have ace 5. He didn't have ace deuce 3 or a 9 for a 2 pair. He just had a weak 7, which would have called. I guarantee if I would have pushed all in, he might have folded. He might have. But if I would have bet $4, $5, anywhere near half pot, he would have called right there, and I would have made an extra $4 or $5 on this hand. But as I checked behind on that river, just missing out on value. Bummer of a check behind. But that's one of the reasons why we do this kind of stuff. By doing this hand reading, we get to really think about what our opponents have, what we have, and how we should play our entire range. Excuse me, and we get to see where we made mistakes, and we get to see oftentimes also where we made good plays and made good decisions based on hand reading. So right now, this was a bad play by me on the river. I like the flop and turn play. So if we take a look here, so all of a sudden, this loose passive guy who should be probably very honest when it comes to being aggressive, he decided to raise or bet almost a full pot right here. So I'm good with the call because I currently beat a ton of aces that he's betting. I'm losing to a set of deuces and a set of jacks, which he could have right here. Granted, there's only 3 of each of those that he could have, so 6 combos total that I'm currently losing to, other than I'm losing to ace jack and ace deuce. But really, I'm beating most of his aces. I like the call right here, keeping the pot small, keeping in control, and then I can choose on the turn when the card doesn't look like it helps him or not. That's when I choose to bet for value. Great, I love the bet, got some value right there. Now on the 3, I mean, I shouldn't be scared of a 4 or 5. I could be scared of an ace 3, an ace deuce, or a jack 9 that chose to play the turn really weird and passive. But really, I think it was worth a bet because he has so many aces in his range, like I was saying. My ace queen is totally getting value out of all of his non-2-pair aces. Alrighty, y'all. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed that. I made some good plays pre-flop, flop, and turn, but then I botched the river and didn't get value. Alrighty, y'all. Thank you very much. We've done it. We hit a milestone, 60 days of 66 in a row. We've got 6 more to go. Come back next time. Peace.